Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and I am exhausted, literally so tired. I don't know why. Well, I know why, because I have to drive from Den Haag to Amsterdam. It's like 40 minutes one way, so it's like 1.5 hours back and forth to pick up my broken Celine from Amsterdam, and here it is. If you guys remember, in my last video I mentioned there was one Celine classic bag that had some problem with the edge paint, and I sent it back to Celine for repair. And today during my work I got a message from one of the sales associates, and he said, well, wonderful, good news, the Celine bag is repaired and delivered back to the store. And I was so excited to pick it up, and in the end, nothing was done to the bag. I waited, for example, I don't know, I waited like 2 months and nothing was done to the bag. And then what they said is, okay, you have to bring the bag home and try to use it into the winter. If the problem deteriorates, then you can bring the bag, and hopefully, if you are lucky, you might or might not get a new bag. So here it is. My broken Celine, which is still broken, but I still love it. I'm gonna talk about the customer experience or post-sales experience in a later part of the video, but I just want to show you what exactly went wrong with the bag and why am I so upset, and explain to you guys my frustration, because I'm sort of like, in my last video I mentioned I committed to Celine and I want to buy everything from Celine from then on. I don't know, I'm now doubting it because it's not good. I'm gonna show you guys. And here is the box again. And this bag is in gray color, which is in kind of like liège leather with this kind of water waving. And I thought it was a really beautiful bag, and that's why I bought it. And here's the bag. You can see, well, it's kind of like new and nothing was like really wrong, but the problem is at the edge paint. I'm gonna to move my bag closer to the camera with a strong light so you can see exactly what went wrong and why am I so upset. No, I'm upset. Yes. Sorry guys, in the end my camera could not focus at the right part I want to show, so I have to take some close-up photos in order to pinpoint exact spot on the edge paint that went wrong. From this photo, you can see from the clasp of the bag, the first layer of the edge paint has peeled off partly, resulting in uneven surface on the edge of the clasp of the bag. I suspect due to the liège leather, it's quite hard on the shoulder belt, and constantly rubbing against the edge of the clasp because you are wearing it, leading to the premature aging from the edge paint. And from the second photo, you can see part of the edge paint is peeling off as I'm recording this video. This is from the right side. I placed the leftover edge paint on top of the clasp. And this photo shows you from the left side of the bag, exact same problem occurred. So basically nothing was done to this bag, and the reaction I got from the sales associate is bring back home, and probably it will stay this way, or maybe it get worse, and if in winter the condition gets deteriorated, and then they can bring it back, or hopefully I can get a new one. So that's the story, and I was kind of like upset because it's like you have a problem, you have a syndrome, your physical complaint, and you go to a doctor and you said to the doctor, hey, listen, I have here and there, I have some complaint about my physical conditions, could you do something about it? And then you wait 2 months of the treatment, and finally the doctor bring back the results of the diagnosis after the treatment, and he said to you basically, well, everything remain the same, you will still have the complaint, you will still suffer from these physical conditions, but there's nothing we can do for now. So go back home, try to enjoy your life until winter time, and if the problem gets worse, you can come back for another treatment or hopefully get a new organ. And I was like, why? Why does this always happen? I mean, once you buy a product from the store, it's like it's up to your luck whether or not you will have a good product. And once the product is defect, you bring it back, and then it's really up to the reputation as well as the attitude from the store to give you a final judgment whether they're gonna to fix it or not. I mean, it shouldn't be this way, especially when you are spending tons of money, like 3,000 euro on the bag. And if the edge paint cannot stick to the leather, what am I going to buy? I mean, I've tried also a 300 euro Michael Kors bag, and everything at least is glued together. Maybe I'm exaggerating, or maybe you guys think that there's nothing wrong with the bag, it's just me in my head, but I just feel like I should share with you guys, and next time when you go to Celine and when you want to buy a bag, please check very carefully with every single details from the bag, and if you bring home and start using it, then it's to your luck whether or not you're gonna fix it by the post-sales service. Well, linking with this problem, then I want to also discuss like why am I so care about these kind of details. I mean, I don't know when it started, but I think I started suffering from sort of like, how you call it, OCD syndrome. Like, I want everything to be perfect. Like, I cannot stand if there's a dust on my floor, I have to right away vacuum it. I don't know, I cannot stand, for example, there is a single little scratch on the bag, I have to repair it. Or the edge paint, maybe somebody says, well, they cannot even see anything from it. But for me, it's like big deal, because I just want a perfect thing, a perfect condition, and it's sometimes it goes worse. It goes to my clothes, and I cannot stand, for example, one single little thread coming out. I have to right away fix it, either using a scissor to cut it off, or if some kind of thread gets loose or the stitching gets loose, I will right away at the very same night, I will pick up my needle and thread and try to, I don't know, stitch it back. Just make sure it doesn't deteriorate. And I still remember when I got my first or my second car, it was like pristine condition, but you know how the driving is. If you go on the highway and there was a truck before you, and then all the small chips is going to jump on your, how do you say, the engine bonnet, and leaves a little bit chip mark. Every single time when I see this, I got this feeling like, oh, why the paint is not perfect? So I have to right away bring it back to the body shop, so they can respray the hood of the car. I know it sounds crazy, but I don't know, I just cannot stand any imperfection in small object. And sometimes I really suffer from it, because it's like I cannot function in a normal person's way. Sometimes I just think like, come on, it is just a piece of shirt and just like a scarf, or it's just car. Eventually it will get old. But most of the time these kind of thoughts just get into my head, and I don't know how to deal with it. I mean, I could try shrink, but I don't know, I would rather spend that amount of money on bags or clothes instead of visiting a shrink. What are they going to tell me? How do you feel today, and what do you think this come from, and how do you think you're going to fix it? Asking a lot of, how do you say, respectful question. And I don't know. But okay, it is just a very short video that I want to share with you guys my post-service experience from Celine boutique in Amsterdam, and also a little bit of condition why I care so much about this little imperfection of the bag. But all in all, I don't know, I think I'm gonna have to deal with this bag in my own way, and maybe just sleep on it, and maybe tomorrow I don't see it as a big deal, or maybe in the winter I do get a brand new bag as a replacement, who knows. And for this OCD problem, I wish I'm the only one who on this earth who suffer for this, because it's not nice. Alright, if you guys like the video, please give a thumbs up, and if you have any comments, maybe you can share with your experience with Celine Boutique or any other luxurious brand designer. And if you also have same problem as me with this kind of OCD condition, you can share with me or leave it in the comment box. If you like the video, I think I mentioned it, give the thumbs up. And if you want to follow my channel, please click the subscribe box down below. And I will see you next time.